Hey everyone, in this video we're going to be going over lesson 5.4, which is solving quadratics by graphing. And when we talk about solving quadratics, what we're looking for are those solutions. Or if you remember back when we said solutions, we meant the x-intercepts or the roots or the zeros. They all mean the same thing. And solving gives us that. And we're going to be learning about lots of different methods for solving quadratics. The first one is graphing. So before we do that, let's look at what the graphs look like with their different numbers of solutions. So a quadratic or a parabola that has two solutions crosses the x-axis in two places. So this would be an example of that. Of course, there's lots of different options, but that's just one example that you might see. Parabolas that have one solution, they basically sit on the x-axis. They don't completely cross through it. So something like this just touches the x-axis, so it only has one solution. And then a parabola that has zero solutions doesn't touch at all. So something like this. And we'll learn later on about imaginary numbers. So we would actually say that this parabola has imaginary solutions, no real solutions. So as we're looking for the solutions by graphing, we're going to use our graphing calculator. So if you can, pull that up on your Chromebook, pull up your graphing calculator, or if you've got one, so that you can follow along with me. So I'm going to go to this one. All right. All right, so what we want to do is start out, you don't have to do what I just did there. Start out by going to y equals, and we're going to type that in, and I don't even remember what it was. X squared plus 2x minus 3. So x squared plus 2x minus 3. And then we're going to click graph. Now your graph will look different. I don't really like the way this does graphing here. All right, so we can see where it crosses, but I want to get a few more points so that our picture that we graph is a little more accurate. So if we click second graph, it comes up with a table. And so we can scroll and see some of those points. So write those down. Okay. So we go back here. We're going to make a table. Alright, so let's see, negative 4, 5, negative 3, 0, negative 2, negative 3, negative 1, negative 4, 0, negative 3. We want to put as many as we can. 1, 0, and 2, 5. I know that's a lot, but we need to put as many that we can. Now these places here, these points where the y is 0, those are our solutions or our x-intercepts. So when your y is 0, that's your x-intercept. When your x is 0, that's your y-intercept. So let's start by plotting these points. -4, 5, -3, 0, -2, -3, -1, -4, 0, -3, 1, 0, and 2, 5. And just graph that the best that you can. So our solutions are these points right there, those x-intercepts. So those would be -3 and 1. Now you may also see them written as points -3, 0, and 1, 0. But when we're talking about the solutions, you don't actually have to do that. You can just say -3 and 1. So number 2, I'm not going to actually switch over to the calculator, but I will walk you through the steps again. It would be best if you would go to the calculator yourself. So remember, you go to y equals, and then you type in the quadratic. X squared minus 6x plus 8. And then you click second graph, and that brings you to the table. Now, it's possible that your table may show up empty. There are some settings that sometimes it's set to where it automatically gives you the numbers, and then sometimes people change those settings so that you have to type in the x. So if that's the case, if your graph is showing blank, just start typing in some numbers like -8, -9, -7 to kind of see those points. And actually, this one, you really needed to start out about 0. So we start with 0, 8, 1, 3, 2, 0, 3, -1, 4, 0, 5, 3, and 6, 8. And that's all that will fit on this graph. 0, 8, 1, 3, 2, 0, 3, -1, 4, 0, 5, 3, and 6, 8. And our solutions are 2 and 4. All right, last one. Try to access your table. All right, so we have -8, -4, -7, 0, -6, 2, -5, 2, -4, 0, -3, -4, and that's all that will fit. So we can go ahead and graph those. Keep hitting the button. So you'll notice this one doesn't actually have a point right on the vertex. And it's because the vertex was kind of there at the half. So when we go to draw our parabola, we don't just cut straight across. We have to go up and down just a little bit, like that. And our solutions are -7 and -4. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Otherwise, have a great day.